And specifically right now, we are talking about Black lives because Black lives matter. As nutrition professionals and coaches, we are always going to be treating the symptom if we aren't actively involved in treating the root of the problem. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Kat, and I wanted to talk about something very important and something that has been very important, and it just needs to be talked about. As a dietitian and nutrition coach, I'm in several different groups on Facebook, and I posted something in one of them and it got some blowback. And a lot of people had some stuff to say about how I should not be talking about any kind of politics within my nutrition business. There were comments that said that is not our place. That is a problem. Now, within the world of health, there are a lot of really shady stuff. It is one of the most profitable areas of business, the health and wellness industry. And so you have a lot of people who just want to make as much money and not necessarily really impact the people who, like, long-term, really in a whole health way. There are some amazing people within the health and fitness, wellness overall industry who really want to help people, really want to support people, walk with them, hurt with them, and help them to get to a place where they're able to feel better. Not to look any specific kind of way necessarily, but just to feel better and to be able to live their life more in line with their values and more in line with just feeling that freedom that they can get from that food empowerment. So within health, there's something called the social determinants of health. I'm gonna put up a picture of this right now. The social determinants of health are the economic and social conditions that influence individuals and group differences in health status. They are something that always need to be taken into consideration whenever you are a health professional. Food and nutrition is just one tiny piece of the social determinants of health. Just because somebody is eating in a way that's healthy for their body doesn't mean that we get to just completely not talk about any of the other aspects around health. That is just a silly way of thinking that everything's gonna get better, when if we don't look at those other aspects of health, food isn't really relevant at that point. Food is just one tiny little piece at that point. Nutrition professionals and nutrition coaches do need to be in the conversation. And side note, whenever that person told me that we shouldn't talk about politics within nutrition, I don't see human rights, social justice as something political. It's just something that is like a decent thing to want as a human being. With something that is impacting a person's emotional and mental health, we can't work on the nutrition piece if that other piece isn't well. When you look at diet culture itself has racist roots to it. The ideal body type has racist roots to it. Many diet rules have been built around systems of oppression that don't take into account privilege. You don't see diet rules really encompassing cultural foods. And when you look at other diet rules, it also doesn't take into account like where, if somebody's living in a food desert, like how the availability of certain foods are to that person, what the cost of that food is. All of those things, there are a lot of people doing really great work in that area, but it's just not enough. There's not enough talk about it. It takes mental energy, it takes emotional energy, it takes physical energy in order to be able to approach your nutrition, to have that curiosity around it, and to actually implement actions that are going to help you with your health long term in a whole body way. And if you are experiencing microaggressions every day, if you have been dealing on a daily basis of the impacts or results of systems that impact the suppression, you are not going to be able to really put that effort into health for you. Like, who's going to care to eat more vegetables if you are dealing with not feeling safe walking around and not feeling safe when you get stopped by the police. Like, there is so much privilege in being able to have a healthy diet. There's so much privilege in being able to have a healthy movement routine. Black people do have a higher risk of health-related concerns. However, we can't just go after that and say, eat more vegetables, eat more lean protein, like whatever. Like, that does nothing. You are treating the symptom. You are not going to the root. And as health professionals, if you are a health professional or a nutrition coach or someone related to the health and wellness fitness industry overall, we have to stop just looking at the symptom and we have to go to the root. And by going to the root, there is a lot of education, there's a lot of uncomfort. There are a lot of people who don't agree with that. That's okay. If somebody thinks that it's being political, okay, do you want those people in your life? I don't care if I'm losing people. I don't care if I'm losing potential clients. I don't care if I'm losing a potential partnership with something in like later on. Like, that doesn't matter at all, because this is what matters. People's whole health matters. And the reason why I am focusing on it within the nutrition field is because that's what I know. That's where I feel like I can help to use my voice as a Latina. I can use my voice, my privilege of all people who come from marginalized communities. And specifically right now, we are talking about Black lives, because Black lives matter. As nutrition professionals and coaches, we are always going to be treating the symptom if we aren't actively involved in treating the root of the problem. I am committed to being part of this movement. I'm committed to putting in the education and my resources and my time and effort, my energy into helping my Black brothers and sisters to feel valued and to feel safe and to have that ability, that privilege of taking care of their health, their whole health, their physical, mental, social well-being, and emotional well-being. That is so important. So I just wanted to put this video out there so that you know where I stand, you know where my priorities are, because I feel that with my YouTube videos, I have such a small voice right now, but I also have voices in other places. And the more that people can see where my heart is, where my intention is, and how I want to help people in their whole health, I have to go to the root. There is no other way. I can't not talk about Black Lives Matter. I can't not talk about social justice issues if I am being true to myself and my values and how I want to help people and what I am doing here on this earth. So that is it. Yeah, we need to use our voices. We need to not stop talking about this when it's not cool anymore. Bye, guys.
Yo, Dre, I got something to say.